All right, let's do this. The first Buckeyes Wire college football fantasy draft.
All right. Here we go. Pick number 1.
You going to surprise and pick someone different? Or?
Doubtful.
You're on the clock. You only got 4 minutes and 7 seconds left. Big decision.
I wanted to give it enough time just in case someone couldn't log on in time. And it apparently didn't matter.
Oh, wait. Did you pick Mark?
Pick number 1 is in.
All right. Who'd you go with?
Mohammed Ibrahim.
All right.
You can see it's on the side.
University of Minnesota. What's that?
Yep, I got you. I'm getting used to the draft board here. It's different than what I've used. So I see pick. All right, I got 4 minutes and 35 seconds. I'm going to phone a friend real quick. I'm just kidding. All right, I'm going to take a flyer here, and I'm going to bank on C.J. Stroud being the starter for Ohio State, and any starter that's with Ryan Day as a quarterback is going to put up a load of numbers. So I'm taking him. I'm taking him right now. Boom.
I'm writing it down. Okay, I'm on the clock.
Now, I'll say this, though. Kyle McCord's dad got a hold of me and says his son's coming on. So if Kyle McCord ends up taking the job, I'm screwed here for sure.
I'm going to take the wide receiver that you didn't want. I'm going to take David Bell, dude.
Good pick. Good pick.
Talk about an NFL wide receiver on an offense that throws the ball constantly.
Yeah, can't go wrong.
No brain. Oh, it's me again. Duh.
Get the back-to-back picks.
That's the nice thing about getting that third pick or last pick in the snake.
I'm writing down my picks as I go because I'm not smart enough to keep my roster on the. You got to scroll up and down and yada yada yada.
Right.
Too stupid.
You've done this before, you think?
Okay, you guys are gonna laugh at this, but I don't care. Master T, baby.
Okay.
I don't care.
I'm not laughing at it. I'm ticked off because you took my next pick.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I think that's a good pick.
I'm stoked about it. I don't care what anybody says. I think he's the dude. I like him.
We'll see. I think he's got to be, but obviously you got Travion Henderson who's pushing, and
everybody's not. No one likes him.
Ryan Williams seems to be getting a lot of the first team snaps, but you can never tell in fall ball.
Yeah, I think that people are just frustrated because he's not flashy. He's not J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah, but he's the fastest guy on the team.
That doesn't surprise me. Like straight line
fast.
Yeah. He's got no wiggle.
Yeah, I think he's coming off an Achilles injury last year. I think that played into it. I know. I think people forgot that because it happened early in the spring, and then it's like, oh, it can't move.
By the way,
it took Trey Sermon a little while to trust his surgically repaired knee as well.
And by the way, Master T, if you want to know anything about his work ethic, he came back from that injury really quick.
Yeah, and even if he does split carries, he split carries last year and still had over 500 rushing yards. I feel like it's a very high floor pick, low ceiling, but high floor.
Ohio State's going to put up a ton of numbers, right? So if you get a running back that's in there committee-wise or wide receiver, you can't go too far down the depth chart, but they're going to get their carries and their yards.
Yeah, I feel good about it. I would have rather had Ibrahim, but
Mark screwed you over on that one.
That wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, well, maybe we make a trade at the end of the day.
I don't know why you'd want a piece of that. Ibrahim is he was the only Big Ten running back to have over 200 carries last year in 7 games.
Yeah.
Jesus, he's going to get more this year.
All right, Mark's taking his time on this one.
No, it's you.
It's you, bud.
I guess I'm taking my time on this one. All right. So, do I go Olave or Wilson? It's one of the two. I'm going to take Chris Olave, the senior, because he's probably going to be the guy that takes top off the defense more often than Garrett Wilson. But I don't think you can go wrong either way. So I'll pick up Chris Olave.
I like that pick. That's who I would have picked.
Okay.
Endorsed by Josh Keatley.
All right, so I got back-to-back picks now, right?
Yes, you do. I don't like being this middle guy here.
I think I like it. You got more time to think, maneuver.
Yeah, I guess.
It's only 3 picks, but now I feel like I got to wait forever now.
Yep.
Yeah, well, welcome to my world.
Yeah, I think the Olave pick's a lot like Teague, where it's got a very high floor.
There you go.
Okay, well,
we got a Fantrax meltdown.
I'm glad we got 5 minutes. I'm glad we've got 5 minutes here. So
I prepared.
I like to take my time and really.
Yeah, as it gets a little bit, when you get past your first couple, it's like now you really got to start thinking. And
how shady is college football fantasy when you have to use a website that sounds like a herpes medication, right?
It'll cure that, but it'll give you about 30 different other side effects.
Yes.
Maybe this will seem sacrilegious to some, but my second pick, I go with another running back.
Okay.
Which one?
From Iowa.
Tyler Goodson.
But since I have back-to-back picks, I will take the other Ohio State receiver that Phil passed on.
Damn, maybe I screwed up. Maybe I should have took 2 wide receivers, huh?
All right. Now I've got to find somebody here. I feel like running back is where we're kind of thin. I feel like I better go for a running back.
Garrett Wilson off the board now. I'm a little scared about wide receiver, of course. That's
you got Ty Freifogel still there, right? I mean, Johan Dawson is still there. Okay.
When you're only picking Big Ten, things get a little weirder, don't they?
I'm thinking to go with Jalen Berger here for Wisconsin, but I think I'm going to have to.
Oh, man.
Risky, man. Going with that freshman. All right.
It is risky, but he's running behind Wisconsin's offensive line. There's really not – you look down through the running backs, right, and I could also go Stephen Carr for Indiana. He's a senior. I feel like he's going to get a lot of carries.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Stephen Carr. Got to fill out a running back.
Is it official, Stephen Carr?
It's official. Stephen Carr.
I'm so happy that you didn't take Berger, dude. I mean, I felt like he played really well last year. They kept him to 15 carries each game. The first. Yeah,
I'll be honest with you. I don't know what to expect from Wisconsin, and he's unproven. So I just don't. I know Carr is going to get carries. So your ceiling is higher, but I feel better about what I've got.
You got me a little nervous, but not nervous enough to not take it.
I was ready to pull it, but Carr's kind of a known commodity on that one, so that's why I went there.
Yeah, the former 5-star recruit.
Yeah.
Transfer from USC.
And Freifogel is going to be, taking a lot of attention off of Carr.
Let's go ahead. Man, this is apparently a reach, but I don't care. I'm going to shore it up because I feel like there's a steep drop off after Michael Penix.
Yeah.
Jr.
Good call.
Woo. All right. So you're not scared of the injuries, huh?
Everybody says he's good. Everybody says he's good to go. Plus, I think that he is a good enough passer to where even if they have to limit what he does, he's a pretty decent passer. He's not an NFL guy or anything, but he's a pretty decent player.
Well, he doesn't run very much.
No, he's in the pocket. He's got a laser.
Who would you compare him to? Like a Reggie? He's got like a Reggie Ball style. Just run. Kind of just moves around until he gets rid of it.
All right. I'm going to take another wide receiver.
Reggie Ball was rough, though.
I'll go with Johan Dawson, Penn State.
And we're back on the board. All right. Does Ty Freifogel have the same kind of year he had last year?
Oh, I think he's a talent. I mean, I was surprised he didn't come out. Too. I was surprised he didn't go for the draft.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
you can do a lot worse. If you're looking for a wide receiver, that's probably the best guy on the board right now.
Yeah, that's right. I'm looking.
It all depends on Michael Penix, right?
Well, I was just talking about when you said the NFL draft thing. I was thinking, man, maybe what do you think he would have been I don't know. There was a lot of good wide receivers this year.
They did, yeah. But he had such an unbelievable year. It's like, do you strike while your stock is highest, or, I guess he decided to come back because he felt he could do more damage coming back and getting better. And
well, he was one of those. The draft this year was weird too because I felt like a lot of guys were getting drafted not because of their overall resume or their production, but more because they did something specific. Like Anthony Schwartz, his resume at Auburn was less impressive statistically and production-wise than the other guy who, my mind's a blank what his name is. But the other guy, he got drafted, 2 rounds before that other guy because he's just faster. There was a lot of guys like that, I feel like. So
I think wide receiver is more that way, right? Like where you go for what the guy can do. Because more often than not, you see guys like, look at Michael Thomas, look at Terry McLaurin, just take Ohio State guys. Like they weren't first round type talents you thought coming out based on what they were graded as, but they ended up being superstars, right?
Yeah, I thought when the Redskins drafted, full disclosure, when the Redskins drafted Terry McLaurin, I thought it was a flat out reach. Oh, you took Freifogel?
I did. I went ahead and went Freifogel.
I think it's a good pick.
That's a great pick. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'm getting Josh's draft philosophy. He tries to turn you away from him, and then because he's gonna take him. So just be wary.
Right.
Hey, I didn't say anything about Jalen Berger. The Ty Freifogel, though, I don't think he's a product of the offense. I think he's a very solid receiver, but
Josh likes to show you shiny objects this way and then take the guy you're thinking about.
All right.
Check that guy.
This next guy might be a reach, but I think he could have a pretty decent year this year. There you go.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right, I'm on the clock. Right? I'm on the clock. Let's see.
Tim Jerry's a 5-star recruit too, right?
Yes. Yeah, he was. He was originally committed to Ohio State, guys.
Is that right?
Yeah, he was originally committed to Ohio State and changed.
Yep.
All right, now you get into the territory where it starts to get a little bit tough on where you want to go here.
It's with with the Big Ten only, man. It feels like is there really any reach? Like, because we're getting to players that are like, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like I got to go running back again because again, it's such a thin position this year. It seems like it in the Big Ten.
Where are you going to go?
Scanning my options here, and I don't like them. Right, but that tells you how thin. But look, we all see it every year, though, where guys rise up that you don't expect. But running back is in short supply this year.
So is back to the NFL conversation. Would you draft fantasy-wise, I like Freifogel better than Dotson, but NFL-wise, I like Dotson better than Freifogel.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Dotson's going to put up some huge numbers this year, especially with
fast too.
Yeah, he gets open and he high points the ball really well. We saw that against Ohio State.
Yeah,
where he just goes up and gets it. So I like him for big plays downfield.
Can Sean Clifford get him the ball though?
I think Clifford has a better year this year. I think
he can't have a worse year.
You know what? For Penn State, I think you throw a lot of COVID at Penn State from last year. They're going to be much better this year. Clifford's a good quarterback. He was highly recruited coming out. I think he'll be good. Even if not.
That's pretty generous, Phil. What has he done? What has he done? What did he do before COVID?
Wait.
You're so generous.
But wait, because even if he's not good, what's he going to end up doing is then throw the ball for grabs to Dotson.
That's fair. I agree that I think Sean Clifford's pretty trash.
All right, I'm going to
I think he's going to throw it to Dotson.
Two against one, Phil. Sorry.
I'm going to go with Cam Porter, running back.
I like that. He's next in line to be the workhorse there.
And they're going to run it.
Yeah, they run the ball constantly. That's a great pick.
If they have any kind of offensive line. See, I never know what to expect from Northwestern. They always seem to do well when they're not expected to, and then don't do as well when they're got talent coming back. So we'll see what happens.
Well, I'm starting to get a theme with my team, and I'm not super happy about it, but it is what it is. I'm going to take another injury risk, a guy who just got hurt, yesterday? Chris Ottman-Bell is going to miss the Buckeyes game.
Yeah.
What are you going to do, though? You got to take him.
Again, yeah.
And then
How about it?
Now you got another pick. Can I just if CJ Stroud does not get the starting job, I'm last in this. I'll be picking up somebody else.
One year, the year Braxton Miller got hurt, I picked him with my 3rd overall pick.
Oh,
yeah, it was game over. I'm going to take Parker Washington. He's only really a step behind Johan Dawson as far as athleticism and speed. I mean, his stats are, Dawson is the man. What are you going to do? But somebody else has got to get the ball too. So
yep, that's right. He could get a lot of attention. So
yeah,
he will get a lot of attention.
Let's go with Mr.
Back to me. See, I've got a wide receiver left, tight end. Okay. Now wide receiver is starting to get a little thin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do I do it?
What you thinking?
Mark knows what I'm thinking.
We'll see if I'm right.
Well, I think I'm going away from that, though.
Oh, okay.
You guys know each other too well. It's like I'm getting
all right.
I'm getting double team here.
I feel I'm going to go for it, but history may be against me on this. I'm going to pick Jerry Ruckert. I'm going tight end. Jeremy Ruckert.
All right. That's a good pick.
We'll see. Ohio State tradition does not use tight ends like they're supposed to or like they can, and we know he's good enough to put some numbers.
Yeah, if anybody's going to break that theme, it'll be Jeremy Ruckert.
Agreed. Where'd you think I was going, Mark?
I thought you might be looking at Ronnie Bell.
That was it. You're right.
Really? How did you know that? That's pretty good.
Because I said, do I do it? And I just, I couldn't put the Ohio State aside and pick a Michigan guy at this point. But
yeah.
All right.
While I don't believe in Sean Clifford, I believe in this guy a little bit more. So there you go, boys. My quarterback has been selected.
Tagovailoa. All right. It's a good pick.
All right, back on the board.
He does have a chance to really, really break out this year. We'll see.
He
played really well last year.
Got the talent.
He runs a lot, and in fantasy football, that's if you're right, if you're a quarterback, because rushing touchdowns are worth more than passing touchdowns.
Well, their defense was so bad they just had to score a ton, right? So
yeah, you're good. It's probably gonna be a lot of the same this year.
Mike Loxley's not inept at calling an offense either.
Yeah, I mean, we had some good training there in Alabama, right?
You'd think, but he is one of the worst head coaches in college football history.
Yeah,
didn't he go like 0-50 at New Mexico?
I laugh at that, though, because anyone that is hanging out with Nick Saban, and there's good reason for people to believe that, but hanging out with Nick Saban, all of a sudden they're the greatest coach ever and they've learned a ton. But we have yet to see that come to fruition.
Right.
Jeremy Pruitt.
All right, guys. I don't love this. I don't love this pick. I'm going to go with it. It's almost as bad as picking somebody from Michigan.
Noah Cain.
Yeah.
Oh, you say you don't like any
flex spot. What's that?
I said every time you pick, you say I don't like this. Oh, this is a reach.
That's not true. I said I like my quarterback pick.
Did you? I thought you said.
I'm not a believer in Sean Clifford, but I like this guy.
I forgot. Okay, I was confusing your diss of Sean Clifford.
To be honest with you, though, it's hard for me to pick any of these guys that are not in Scarlet and Gray.
That's right. That's right. That's the tough thing. And we're so focused.
Doesn't feel right.
And we're so focused and write so much about Ohio State. We have to know the Big Ten, obviously, but you know so much more about Ohio State than you do.
Hey, I'm open. We could have opened this up to all 130 teams.
No.
No one loves drafting UTSA Roadrunners like me. Okay.
Okay.
I drafted Eric Sosa when Ralph. What was the name of the Dennis Francione was down there.
All right, guys, I'm gonna do it.
No.
Ronnie Bell.
Oh.
I'm gonna go take a shower after this, but I just picked Ronnie Bell from Michigan.
Hey, there's gonna be Michigan. We just have to deal with it. That we're gonna have Michigan guys. That's just the reality of the situation.
He's their number one, right? So he's gonna get volume.
What round did we get to before a Michigan player went off the board?
We are on round 7.
Round 7. All right. Fair enough.
I'm not trying to avoid them. Just what do you
Hey, how many Ohio State players did we pick before round 7? That's what I wanted to see. I've got 1, 2. I've got 3 Ohio State players alone on my team. Before
I'm gonna take Bo Melton. Someone that Rutgers offense.
Okay.
I think something's gonna happen. He was leading receiver last year. We're getting pretty deep at wide receiver, right? So they all can't be winners.
We are. But again, it's a number 1 right on that team. So
yeah, exactly. Oh, man, what the? I'm seeing these little red flags trying to figure out what's going on here.
I think that's injury.
I didn't know Jake Ferguson was injured.
Breaking news.
It's not going to stop me.
Hey, you picked Jake Ferguson as your top tight end in the Big Ten.
And I stand by it, and I'm taking him.
Yeah,
he's the man. He's the man.
He is good. He is good.
I think he's the only upperclassman in that whole wide receiver room.
All right.
Tight ends.
I'm up. Okay, we're past all the skill positions now. So we got defense, kicker. So what's RWT?
Flex.
It's a flex spot.
That's right. Okay.
Right. For reference to, I don't know how in depth you guys read the rules, but there are 16 rounds. So we.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't just draft the starters. We have 6 reserve spots.
All right, then I'm going for some insurance, Mark, and I'm taking Sean Clifford.
Yeah, he's all yours, man. Enjoy.
Honestly,
wait a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
I will say too. Have you played college fantasy football before?
Yeah, once.
Okay. Never mind. I'm not going to talk to you like you're a child then. My apologies. I like the Sean Clifford pick. I mean, he's probably going to be a good fantasy quarterback.
He's going to run. He gets some. He gobbles up some yards on the ground.
I mean, it's fantasy football, right?
I really think. Look, I'll go on record. I think he's going to have a big bounce back year but.
I think he sucks, but I think he could be a good fantasy football player.
I don't know. I think he's gonna. I'm not saying he's gonna be the best quarterback in the Big Ten, but I would not be surprised to see him bounce back a little bit. He started to show signs of life at the end of last year.
I think the best thing about him is he's experienced. Yep.
Yeah, WrestleMania. WrestleMania.
All right. That's right. Yeah, I like this pick, and I think you guys will like it as well.
Yeah, it was about time.
Why not?
Yeah, that's where I was gonna go, but I felt like I needed some kind of insurance in case CJ Stroud doesn't win the starting job.
Defenses are much more important in college fantasy than they are in NFL fantasy too.
So, did you guys hear that Ryan Day? We wrote about it, but Ryan Day thought he had a pretty good idea who was going to be a starting quarterback at the end of this week.
I saw that.
So to me, what that tells me is that he kind of already knew, right? And he just needed to see him confirm himself. Who's not even on campus? Oh, he finally arrived on campus.
Thursday, man. Thursday, yeah. Right?
But to me, that tells me he kind of already. You don't put yourself out there like that if you don't have a pretty good idea anyway, right? So unless Kyle McCord just blew his socks off or Jack Miller found something we haven't seen. And look, Jack Miller's not bad, right? But to me, it's been C.J. Stroud's job to lose all along. And naming the starter and saying you're going to have a pretty good idea at the end of this weekend tells me C.J. Stroud's probably going to be the guy. I know I'm not exactly going out on a limb on that, but I feel pretty good about it.
All right. Here's my insurance pick at quarterback.
Oh, we know what's – oh, surprise me. Wow. Graham Mertz, not bad. Not bad. I like it.
Where do you think we're going, Phil?
I thought you were going Martinez. I thought you can do Adrian Martinez.
No, I do not trust that offense at all.
I think Mertz is probably the most NFL talent. Like he's the most NFL prototype.
I just worry about him in Wisconsin's offense.
But I heard that they're going to try to. If you have a talent like him, God, I would think you want to use it a little bit more often. That's why I took Ferguson as early as I did because I thought.
Did you see that Jack Cohn just won the starting job at Notre Dame?
I thought that was a good move. I saw Brian Kelly getting grilled over, but Jack Cohn ain't bad.
He's not bad. He's solid. He's
going to manage an offense.
He's going to sit in the pocket and he's going to pick and try and pick out receivers, right?
And that might be what their goal is. I mean, Notre Dame seems to do pretty well when they have a quarterback who's just consistent.
So Graham Mertz is an unbelievable talent, but Wisconsin not exactly quarterback you. I was surprised that he picked there, but if they mold the offense around him, that's going to be a steal. Otherwise, if they keep turning it and handing it off, like the Wisconsin offense of old, then he may end up transferring out of the program.
Yep.
It's a good pick though. I like it. Real good insurance pick.
Well, this is his junior year, right? Sophomore redshirt year.
Yeah, because he redshirted, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he? I don't remember that.
I
know he's 3 years removed because I'm.
All right. Let's see. I got to go with.
Anticipation. Each pick.
Yeah, we're starting to get down into.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. Here goes. You might laugh at this, but.
I like that. I bet there's a way to share this on the screen, but I'm not smart enough to do it.
Interesting.
I think he's going to be left alone a lot. I picked Jackson Smith in Jigba. I think he's going to be left alone a lot in the slot. When you got Olave and Wilson running on the outside, I can see him he's not going to be the number one receiver, but he's going to get a lot of touches. Problem is, they probably won't be a lot of they're probably going to be across the middle or against a linebacker, and he's going to get some yards, but he may not find the end zone a whole lot.
Iowa defense, highest stop rate in the Big 12 right here.
Good call. That was my first thought when I went to pick last. You got another?
I'm gonna take. Let's see here. Where's my boy?
I'm sitting right here.
Wait, where? I was going to take is Cyber not going to be the starter? Are you guys hearing something that am I stupid? Yeah.
There's a competition.
I think it's a battle right now.
It is a battle. There's a big time competition going on between him and the kid that transferred from North Carolina, who's a graduate transfer. My guess is Siebert does not.
He would be.
Yeah, my guess is Siebert does not grab the starting kicking job, but open competition right now. You got a graduate transfer coming in, who was Carolina's backup, by the way, but he did start the year before. He's got Siebert. Unfortunately, has shown a little bit of chinks in the armor during the spring game.
Here's the situation, though. I'm going to take him because there is going to be a giant drop-off from the number one kicker to the number two kicker, just purely based on the fact that Ohio State scores way more than every other offense in the Big Ten. It seems stupid to take a kicker this early, and I'll admit it is. But in this situation, I could see it paying off. I mean, because kickers in college, they score 15 points. The one year I had Sean Nurenberger, who's a very average kicker. He was scoring 10, 15 points on a consistent basis.
Yep. Yeah, usually kickers lead the league in scoring. So in college. Let's go. Okay, I'm back on the clock. So I got kicker left. I got defense. Ooh. And then I got a slew of other spots available, 5 reserve spots available. I feel like I need to go grab a kicker or defense now.
It's tough. I snagged.
Where's the Wisconsin defense, guys?
So if you go up to, in order for me to find
search.
Yeah, I just went up to position and then moved it to kicker. But you can do the same with defense.
All right, Wisconsin defense, got it.
I think that's a great pick.
It's not being drafted very high here, but that Wisconsin always throws out a good defense.
It's definitely the next best defense, and with 6 reserve spots, I wouldn't. It's not crazy to draft a backup defense. There's more bye weeks in college football than there's in the NFL, so it's not insane.
Okay.
That was the only drawback, was that everybody else had their defense.
Yep. But I felt good about three decent defenses being out there. So unless you guys were going to grab 2 Ds.
Yeah, because after that defense, you're scraping to the bottom of the barrel of the Big Ten defenses.
Well, no, they're projecting, though, at least people have been drafting Penn State's defense ahead of Wisconsin. I'm not sure I agree with that.
Why?
And Indiana as well. Indiana, I can see. Guys. Indiana be a good defense, but
I'm gonna go with a Big Ten opponent who uses their tight end well. See how he
Iowa
does here.
Did you go Iowa tight end?
Yeah.
You sure did. Good call, buddy. I was gonna go there next. You took it from me.
Sam Laporta.
And then Josh, I think you went the wrong direction, bud.
Oh, you're going to take the other Ohio State kicker. Okay.
Oh. That's going to get interesting.
It's a big deal. It could make or break a season because in my experience, college football fantasy kickers are important.
Okay. Well, now I can – let's see. All right. I'm going to go ahead and take boy, I'm between 2 picks here.
God, I'll be so bummed if Zach. You know what though? At least you took him with the next round.
Make you feel a little better.
Yeah, because at least it's like, oh well, it's not like you grabbed the starter 7 rounds later. One year I took James White over Monty Ball, and Monty Ball went like 5 rounds later.
Pick us in.
Xander Horvath. That's a great pick.
We're still there.
He's so underrated. He got 90 carries last year.
Yeah.
Purdue's offense just sucked. But
if that's a guy I can plug in on my flex, like on a bye week somewhere, I could do a lot worse than that.
He got 90 carries. There's not a whole lot of people in the Big Ten that did.
Yeah, in a shortened season.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at my lineup, gentlemen, and I got a lot of bye week 7.
Yeah. So do I.
Yeah.
So do I.
That's not necessarily a good thing.
I'm taking Milton Wright from Purdue. I feel like he's going to fill that Rondale Moore. I know that David Bell's the dude, but Milton Wright could hit that deep threat Rondale Moore situation. Yeah. David Bell doesn't really do that. Okay, I'm up again. So I got both Purdue wide receivers, which is great. That's really going to be really good sign.
Sounds like you need to take Jack Plummer next.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm just realizing how stupid that is. Let's go take the shittiest offense, the shittiest team, 2 of their guys.
Oh, watch. Oh, they're gonna. I mean, they got a good scheme. Like if Jack Plummer can end up being decent enough, you're gonna be fine.
Both their quarterbacks sucked last year, and David Bell was still the number 1 scoring fantasy wide receiver.
It's because of scheme, right? It's because they're going to throw the ball around. They're going to get guys open. It's just they're not a whole lot of big plays, but they're going to throw it around a little bit.
Yeah, well, David Bell, he's going to get his no matter what. I have to hope for things to go Wright's way. I'm going to take TreVeyon Henderson. Now's the time.
Ooh, there we go. Okay.
I got Master Teague, so it's kind of like a handcuff. You don't really do that in college too often, but
Yep.
That's who I'm going with.
Okay. I'm up now.
I wanted Xander Horvath, by the way.
What's that?
I wanted Xander Horvath.
Yeah, I took him from you. Yep. Then you could have had you just going for all Purdue.
Oh yeah, never mind. Thank God you took him. Jesus.
All right. This is gonna be another kind of insurance type pick here. And one that's gonna go against all my 7 and 6 bye weeks that I have. And I am selecting Adrian Martinez.
Not bad.
Hey, he's going to start for the 4th year. So God, I would hope he'd be a little bit better.
If the light doesn't go on this year, then
this will be the year. Who was the last Nebraska quarterback that started for 4 years and sucked all 4 years? I feel like his name was the exact same. I think it was like Martinez.
Adrian. It was the same name. But he was good, though. He put up a lot of yards. Nebraska just didn't have a defense when he was quarterback.
Just because you run around, does that mean you're good? You know what I mean? Like, I don't.
Well, they lost a bunch of that dude is, I think isn't he the all-time leader in scoring from quarterback?
He probably is. But Gary Williams.
He played 4 years for a team like that, but their defense just couldn't get anything done at Nebraska when he was there.
I don't know.
There are so many bye weeks on week 7.
I know it. We're going to be picking people up and dropping folks. At week 7, there's going to be like a mass exodus of players being on the wire.
Can we just have a bye week of week 7 for all of us?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's the problem with using. I didn't think about that, but the Big Ten widely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of.
What's your bye week looking like there, Josh, with your players? You got a bunch of week 7s too?
Oh yeah. 7s, yeah.
That must be one of those weeks where there's only like 4 or 5 games in the Big Ten.
Yeah, we might have screwed up. We probably should have made it Big Ten and MAC.
The MAC. Well,
Got that Ohio related, right?
Oh goodness.
Of course, then Dustin. Well, that would have been interesting too, because who you take, C.J. Stroud or Dustin Crum? Crum, is that his name?
Well, what can you change a setting to where you can just have you can't do that, can you? Where you just, hey, we're going to skip week 7?
No.
All right. Well, it's going to be interesting. Week 7 is going to be.
We could tie though.
You got to make some tough decisions on week 7.
Actually, there's no matchups either because remember because it's we decided to go because there's only 3 of us, so we decided to just do total points.
Yeah. Mark's putting a lot of thought into this one.
Yeah, guys, it's like I don't know where to go.
You know what's funny is at the end of it's usually the end of drafts where people really put in some thought because.
But I'm telling you, with the bye week, man, it's like I'm looking at all who's left here. I get all the way down to Wisconsin's backup running back. Which
you got Illinois. You got Chase Brown in Illinois sitting out there.
Also a bye week on number 7.
By week 7, though.
I thought about it. I was like, Brett Beal, he likes to run the ball, even though Illinois is going to be.
Do you want the injured Kenneth Walker?
Illinois got a very good offensive.
He's not injured. He's
questionable whether he'll play or not. Yeah.
No, he transferred to Wake Forest.
Right. Yeah.
No. Yes. Wait, what?
It just said click on his name. Walker's elected to transfer. Oh, from Wake Forest. Okay. Is he eligible this year?
They don't know whether he's going to play initially or not. No, he's not eligible yet. He might be, but he's not yet. So that's a big unknown. But it is a bye week 8, you know.
I think Illinois' offensive line is going to be good. They got that Doug Kramer, and
is Brandon Peters going to be their quarterback again?
Yeah, and I don't.
He's just kind of solid. Like he's not going to light it up, but
I don't know.
All right, here you go, guys.
I think he's a better quarterback.
You sound real confident in this pick, Mark.
I like that. I think he's a better quarterback than Sean Clifford.
That's where I was going to go. You took my guy.
Oh, now maybe I can take the full 5 minutes again on my next pick.
I think Brandon Peters is a better prospect than Sean Clifford.
So who'd you take? Did we tell everybody who you took?
Mayan Williams.
Mayan Williams, banking on the.
I think he's number 2, at least for the beginning weeks.
Yeah, he might be number 1, based on fall camp.
Apparently,
we'll see.
Apparently, he is number 1, right?
Or at the least a platoon type situation with Master T, right? 1A and 1B.
Yeah, I think they'll split carries. I just think that's what they do now. But
he's clearly shown enough that I think he's gained trust with the coaching staff, and so he's going to be put in a game.
Yeah, well, he's built like a bowling ball. So
the question is, who do you give the red zone carries to? Because they both are power backs. That'll be interesting. It's going to be by committee.
It is going to be interesting because it's going to be.
I think Master gets the goal line carries.
He's a little bit bigger, but they're both power backs, right? I mean, Williams is a bowling ball, man.
Because Williams weighs what? 2. You got the roster.
I don't know. I mean, you could be wrong. I could be wrong, but
Teague is.
They have Mayan Williams at 5'8", 227, and Master Teague at 5'11", 226.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So they're the same weight, but I think Teague's a little bit of a bigger body, right?
5'11", got 3 inches, but is that?
But Williams is.
Have you looked at him lately?
Oh, he's ripped. He's strong.
Oh my gosh.
Master Teague. Yeah, he's a very strong.
They're both not, they're both not small. That's for sure.
No.
It'll be interesting.
Man, what do I do now that Mark took Mayan Williams?
So many options.
Well, there's a lot of options, just none of them are good.
These bye weeks are just killing me.
I agree, there are options.
I love that you brought it up because I wasn't even paying attention. I was just do. I like this guy. Let's take 7 guys from Purdue. Not even thinking.
I literally, every guy on my team has bye week 6 or 7, except for two.
I have more 6.
It's gonna be a mess.
I don't know what to do. Jeez.
I love it. I love too that we can see the strain on your face as you have the other tab open
up. This is awful.
Big fan.
Ooh.
Oh, did you just scroll?
Here's a question for you. Isaiah Williams is listed as quarterback and receiver.
That's could be very unique.
Yeah.
So if he's playing quarterback and I have him in at receiver, am I getting quarterback points?
Yeah.
Sometimes they change those as the season goes on based on where they end up slotting, right?
It's been like last time this happened. So Devin Johnson started the season at Marshall, his junior year at Marshall as the tight end. They started him at running back for nine of their last 9 games, and you could keep using him at tight end. Fantrax usually once you go.
Okay.
If you got it, because Fantrax, I think they pride themselves on being like not helping you. They're just like, here you go, dude. Do what you need to do. Only the best. If you got a weird rumor or inkling, roll with it.
Well, that might be your angle, Mark.
Of course, I'm commissioner, so at the end of the day, it's my decision.
It's Illinois. I don't know.
Can we fire the commissioner if he doesn't do a good job?
One year, I was commissioner 1 year and it glitched out, like the week before championship week.
Mark, you're down to 30 seconds. Just
I know.
as an alert.
Wow, yeah. Wow, you did use up all the 5 minutes. I'm impressed.
You shouldn't be.
Impressed. Someone used 5 more minutes in a fantasy draft.
Oh, there it goes. Who do you get?
Peyton
Hendershot, tight end. All right.
That is a great pick.
Yeah, I like it.
Kind of wanted him.
It's not really what I wanted to do, but
I don't. That's that was definitely the best tight end left, for sure. Now, if he can do what he did in 2019, what did he do in 2019? Didn't he have like 50 receptions?
I'd have to look that up. I did not keep tabs on the Indiana tight ends in 2019.
Why not?
Don't you remember he smoked? I thought he smoked us. I bet I got my old Phil Steele out. I bet he's got it down. I just bought it today. Love the good Phil Steele.
Hey, have we picked just one Michigan player at this point? Is it the only one Michigan player?
Really?
That is correct.
Wow. And of course, Michigan's bye week 7 as well. So,
no.
What's that? What does it say about we're either Ohio State homers or the state of the Michigan program?
I'm trying not to be biased. I made before I started. I made a little checklist. I'm like, okay, this is going to be. With Travion Henderson, maybe a little bit of my Ohio State kicked in, but. They're not good. Michigan's just not good.
Yeah.
Well, and Ohio State's just so much better than everybody right now. Like.
Right. Okay. Man.
course, I did take the Rutgers wide receiver. So
all right. Well, hey guys, I can't. Everybody's by week 7, so I'm filtering out, and it's like there's nobody left. Like I need another running back. I could always hope that Kenneth Walker is going to be eligible.
Give it a try.
I think I have to, because otherwise it's by week 7. Gonna do the backup. Wisconsin's backup. All right, yeah, we're going with Kenneth Walker. Boom.
I desperately wanted him.
Did you?
I think he's an absolute stud. He was very solid at Wake Forest, and Wake Forest was not good.
Yeah, he's good.
I don't know why.
I just hope he's eligible.
They make everybody eligible. Why would he not be eligible? I think it's such. There's no way. There's no way.
It would be tough for them to say no, but remember,
he's going to get 1,000 yards. That was a great pick. You got a 1,000-yard rusher in the 13th round.
But remember, there's still. I think he's still got to be approved because I think his transfer window was before they approved. It's not the one-time transfer rule for him.
I'd be willing to bet serious money that he's eligible.
Yeah, well, I hope so. I'll need him in week 7.
Like I said, I definitely want him.
As long as he's eligible for 1 week in week 7, I'm good.
It's just who we're going to drop. That's the question. Who are you going to drop in week 7 so you can get these guys?
Exactly.
That's going to be interesting.
Oh, you know what? I just noticed.
Are we going to have a rule that if we have to drop somebody in week 7, we have first dibs to pick them back up for week 8?
I think we're going to have to talk about that with the old commish here.
I mean, you got 6 reserve spots.
Yeah, they all have week 7 buys as well.
I'm gonna take Hassan Haskins, the second Michigan guy off the board.
Yeah, I was going to go there, but then he's week 7, so that's why I didn't pick
you go take a shower after this as well, Josh.
Yeah, hey, I'm getting the starter in round 13. Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, that's where I was going to go, but again, by week 7.
Yeah. All right, let's see. This doesn't really make much sense, but I'm gonna take a flyer on it just in case. He's got the same bye week as Michael Penix, but I just want to see what happens. I'm gonna take Jack Plummer.
Okay, that's a good pick at this point in the draft for sure.
If something happens and this offense moves, I don't want to be off the bus if it's a David Carr. What David Carr, Devontae Adams situation where each week both of those guys were getting 40 points? Or was it Geno Smith and Tavon Austin, that connection?
Yeah.
Just in case.
All right, guys. I'm going to go with we're going to make a reach at Maryland here. Nope, I'm not. It's by week 7. Dang it. Man.
I just about gave up on that.
It's hard.
Everybody has a bye week 7.
I gave up on it. Figure I'll worry about later. Both my quarterbacks have the same bye week.
Well, then it looks like I'm going to win. I'm going to win week number 7. I'll be 1-12 or whatever it is. Week 7. All right, I'm going to go with Jayden Reed, wide receiver, Michigan State.
That's a good one. Doesn't he run like a 4.2? He was the leading receiver last year.
He's a burner. As long as someone can throw him the ball, that's the problem.
All right, are these the last 2 picks overall, or do you guys still got picks?
I've got one reserve spot and a kicker still available.
You still have 3 picks left.
I do.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got 2 left. You've got 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
I only saw 2 spots, but then it does say 3. All right. Here we go. Backup defense.
See, I usually have to go backup defense.
But also same bye week. So here you go, guys. Here's my Ohio State sleeper. I think could have an okay year.
Okay, I like it. He's going to be in the 2 deep.
Paid for his autograph.
Julian Fleming. That's who you picked. Julian Fleming. He'll be in the 2 deep, and he's going to – last year he didn't get a full off-season of development, right? And so he's got it this year, and coaches are raving about his development, so we'll see.
He seemed like he came on pretty strong at the in the end. Was that an autographed Julian Fleming helmet?
Yep, that was the first NIL autograph signing at Ohio State had.
Where was that at?
Total Mall.
Nice. Okay.
It was him and Seven Banks. I had to be there. I wanted to check it out.
What was the cost?
$25 a piece, which was a steal for Seven Banks.
For sure.
A lot of those guys.
I think it's going to be a steal for Fleming too. I think after this year, when these guys, when you got guys leaving,
something has to go right for him. But he's got to do it on the field. One of my buddies thinks that he's going to be the next OBJ, but that's yet to see. But you're right. A lot of those guys, when they leave, I got Zach Harrison for $25 too, and when he leaves, he's going to be $60, $75. That's what Dobbins was when he left.
Yep.
I'm on the clock, and I've got 2 picks left.
Pressure.
Yep. Oh, okay. Let's go with. No, this keeps coming up for me, so this is more of a depth thing than anything for the bye week.
I think that's even a better pick because that guy's you got the guy with the most receptions and then you got the guy with the most yards.
Yeah, and it's just they're going to be hit or miss, right? But that's where you're at this point.
What are you going to do? Yeah. It's the last round.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see here. I'm going to try to. Okay. Oh yeah, here we go. Samori Toure. I think I pronounced that right. He's the transfer from Nebraska.
There you go.
6'5" guy. I think that he dominated at Montana, so I'm thinking that he's going to do very, very well at Nebraska.
Good call.
The website doesn't like him very much.
At this point, that's a good flyer.
Yeah,
you got to pick those diamond in the rough at this point in the draft. So it's a good shot at that one being a good upside.
And then for my last pick, I'll take the leading receiver from Maryland last year, the guy I think has serious NFL potential, Dante Demas.
Yeah, I almost did that as well, but week 7 bye, right? I'm kind of shied away from it.
I didn't even look at that.
All right. My last pick, I haven't got a kicker yet, so that's where we got to go, and we're going to go with Charles Campbell, Indiana.
Yeah, that's the guy.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a good pick, Phil. That was going to be my last pick, just in case Josh got it right. But jeez, is anybody else going to score in the Big Ten?
Apparently, I'm hoping Purdue scores.
So one of you guys are going to have to pick up, and they're going to be out there, right? But one of you two are going to have to pick up a kicker later on.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I was thinking about picking up one now.
Yeah.
I suppose I could pick one up at any point.
Right. So I did layer in quite a few guys that can play for week 7 at the end. We'll see how strategically that works. For week 7.
I definitely should have taken more time to think about that, but
I thought about it. I still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 guys with a bye week 7, about to be 10. Can Brett Beal get the running game going?
Oh,
I think he's. First of all, I think he's good.
Yeah,
Second of all,
he is.
You got a starter with the last pick. Third of all, they just hired a coach who runs the ball, and I think Illinois got a very, very underrated offensive line.
Honestly, Mark, as a last pick, that could be best running back you have on the board when it's all said and done.
Would not surprise me not one bit if he was the highest scorer.
Best running back guy on my team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you look at my running backs?
Well, no one's going to score more than Muhammad Ibrahim. Muhammad Ibrahim is going to be the highest scorer.
Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry. I forgot you picked him number one.
It would not be crazy.
I didn't scroll up far enough.
But it wouldn't be crazy for him to outscore Goodson or Kane. You know, Goodson had a lot. You know, Iowa always uses like 7 different backs, and God, it feels like that's like a part of their history is having a returning running back and getting rid of them.
Yeah, well, they were so snake bitten with injuries for a while there. Yeah, it was like a curse. They thought there was a curse there in Iowa City.
Well, do you remember that giant white guy that ran like a 4.2 and he had 1,000 yards as like a freshman, and then he was never hurt? I think he transferred to Stony Brook because he got kicked out. Was it the Panthers for like a week?
Oh, wow.
Can't remember that guy's name.
Yeah, they've been a little bit better over the last few years, but for a while there, it was tough for them keeping everybody healthy. All right, that's a wrap. Right?
That's it.
Okay, so we thank everybody for joining us. We're going to have to write this up and make an article out of it and put the video with it as well. And then, you know, assume you can pick up people at any point in time at this point, but week 7 is going to be interesting.
The average time per pick was 1 minute and 9 seconds.
It's not bad.
Hell no.
Would have been under a minute.
I think Mark skewed that a little bit. Mark's average kick was like 3 minutes, and ours were.
He took it to like within 10 seconds.
Nothing wrong with that. And when we come back and see who.
Last time we did college fantasy football, Phil, I did win, and so I'm trying to like keep my legacy going here.
Yeah, and we're also going to do, for anybody watching this, we're also going to do weekly picks like we had before, Mark, where we're picking Big Ten games and the big, you know, our pick 6 of the 6 national games. So I know you won 1 year on that one, right? So
yes, I did.
For some reason, I do much better picking for college football news than I do Buckeyes Wire. I've not had a good track record against the spread. Straight up, I'm usually pretty good. But against the spread, you don't want to go with this guy on Buckeyes Wire. Follow me on college football news instead. I do better on that one.
Nice.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Hey, it's been fun.
All right.
Till next time.
All right, we'll see you.